Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about 4 tips for getting your child to sleep through the night. Getting your child to sleep through the night is actually a huge accomplishment, and my wife and I just relatively recently accomplished it, and I just wanted to give you some tips that helped us get it done, and hopefully these tips will help you allow your child to sleep through the night. Let's get right to it. Tip number 1, use a white noise machine, okay? Now, you'll notice that when you make a tiny sharp noise, something like a fork hitting a plate, or maybe a glass hitting the counter, whenever your child hears a sharp, quiet noise, they sort of jolt awake, or their arms jump up like that. And what will prevent that as much as possible from happening is a white noise machine, because it will allow your child's sensory portion of their brain to be taken up by the white noise, by hearing the white noise. In addition, it will allow your child to associate sleeping with that white noise machine. So if you put on the white noise machine or some white noise sounds right before your child goes to bed every single night, then when they hear those sounds, they're going to get ready to go to sleep, okay? So I'll put some links to some white noise machines down in the description of this video. So if you're interested in white noise machines, check out the description of this video. Tip number 2, allow your child to have an early bedtime. Now, your goal should be to get your child to fall asleep for the night between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Now, that is simply because their circadian rhythm at that time, between those times, between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., that's when the signals start going to their brain to say, it's nighttime, it's time to go to bed. Now, this might be difficult because it might still be light outside between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., depending on where you live and the time of year. But if you get some nice blinds that will sort of reduce the amount of light that is entering the room, you shut off all the lights in the hallway and in the bedroom and so forth, and you do all those things to keep the room nice and dark, then your child won't know the difference of whether it's light or dark outside. So your child's bedtime should be between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Whenever they start showing their signs of being tired within that time frame, that's your signal. Put them into their pajamas or their sleeper. Get them to go to sleep at that time. And that will be their bedtime. That will be their set bedtime. They'll know that 6, 6:37, 8, whatever time you're choosing, that's their bedtime. You need to associate a time of the day with bedtime. And all of those things, getting them into their pajamas, getting the lights really, really dim or lights off and nice and dark in the house, all of those things should be sending signals to your child that it's time to go to sleep for the night. Tip number 3, allow your child to be well rested throughout the day. Many parents have a misconception that in order to get your child to sleep through the night, you should tire them out through the day. And I used to actually think that myself until I realized that it was not working. And I did some more research on it. The best way to get your child to sleep through the night is to actually make sure that they're well rested throughout the day. So it's sort of counterintuitive. Okay, you want to make sure that all of their naps throughout the day are nice and full, decent length naps, okay? You want to make sure that the naps are actually relaxing. You don't want to allow them to have interrupted naps. You want everything to be nice and calm. You want their day to allow them to be well rested. Because then at nighttime, what happens is that they're not going to be overtired. They're not going to be frustrated. Their nervous system will be well rested. And all of those things will allow them to be nice and ready for a full night's sleep. If they're not relaxed, if they're anxious, if their nervous system has been aggravated because of a lack of sleep throughout the day, they're going to not get a good night's sleep. It's not likely that they'll sleep through the night because they're not ready. But in order to get them ready, you need to do all of those things. Make sure that they're well rested throughout the day. And tip number 4, the last tip for this video, is make sure that your baby is full when they go to bed. Now, some people will feed their baby right before they want to allow them to go to sleep. Others will feed them right when they wake up to sort of not associate going to bed with being fed. Whatever you do, make sure that when your child goes to bed, that they're full, that they're not hungry, that they're full. That's the best thing that you can do, okay? The best thing. And that's basically it. In this video, I have gone over 4 tips for getting your child to sleep through the night. It is honestly a big accomplishment as a parent, and it is one of the accomplishments that most people will think, well, why is it such a big deal? Well, as a parent, getting your child to sleep through the night is actually a humongous deal, because it means that you're gonna sleep through the night. So with all of that being said, I hope that these tips have helped you as much as they have helped me. And that's basically it. I wish you all of the best of luck in getting it done and getting your child to sleep through the night. Use these tips effectively and you'll be good to go. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.